quick tip right off the bat, if you just literally start typing on the chart, you can type whatever pair. Say we want to look at Apple, right? I can just type in Apple and then I can choose what to click on, and that's going to take us directly to that chart. You don't have to click up into this pair. Over here is going to show you a little bit more data that's not necessarily drawings that you can add to your chart. So these are time frames, styles here, different indicators, alerts, and then different functions that we can use on our chart. So this section, unlike our drawings, is going to be a little bit more indicator and technical focused. Over here is going to show us details about our specific layouts, which I'll get into how to set up in a second here. On our right side, clicking into this button is going to show us all of our watch lists that we can set up and customize. It's going to give us alerts as well as show us details about the drawings that we make on our chart. You can see if I draw something over here, that's going to pop up and we can manage it via here. Okay, over here is like a chat room, which most people don't even use. Okay, and down here is basically screeners, our economic data. It's a lot of fundamental stuff between finding news and finding different pairs based on certain things. Down here at the bottom is geared towards more trading. So you can see we have Pine Editor to create custom strategies, strategy tester, and then trading panels where you can actually add brokers directly to your chart to be able to interact and trade on the markets. Okay, quick tip that I'll add before we get into customizing our chart here. Anytime we find something drawing wise that we want to save to be able to access quickly all the time, we can literally just check a star here and you'll see that's going to add it to this menu up at the top. Okay, so I like to use what's called the NevaTrade Pro Plus, which is a cloud highlight RSI. I also use something called the IT Foundation, which is going to show you this gray area here where 8 a.m. starts and where the New York stock market opens. So I can be able to see when volatility is going to come into the market and I can take trades off of that. Okay, so I can basically go into here and I can set markers for my New York open time, London open, etc. Okay, with this custom NevaTrade Pro Plus indicator, which is in the tool suite that I'll send you if you DM me the word tools on Instagram, you'll see when the market pushed significantly down and made this low, we got a lower push down here on the RSI when price was right here. And then price actually dropped lower on the next push, but we had a less low highlight on our RSI, which is something called a divergence that I'll use with an RSI, which can help me sort of predict reversals in the market. Okay, and you'll see once we reach this high level here, we got a highlight out in this point. So this is showing me something called confluences, which basically aren't necessarily requirements for trading, but are going to give me sort of extra layer. Notice how when I scroll my mouse over the main chart, right, I can choose between a few different things. If I wanted to just have a plain dot, I can do that. If I want to have a crosshair, which I prefer because it allows me to be a little bit more precise on where I'm drawing analysis. Okay, you can also go into demonstration mode if you ever want to highlight things and showcase where your mouse is at. And you can change the color and appearance of your crosshairs right here. Okay, this watermark here sometimes will pop up and show you whatever pair you're trading. What I do is just turn this all the way off so that I don't have to see or be distracted with this, or you can just basically leave this very faintly. Okay, but you obviously see the pairs